What's up, everybody? Back at it again with number 5. And it's 5 for real this time. I messed up and lost count. I claimed, at least in the video anyways, the last video I did, that it was part 5. I corrected it in the title. That was part 4. This is actually part 5. I'm going to try to get this done right now. I mean, there's like 30 minutes left of this video, give or take. So it might be 2 more parts. So I want to get through at least 20 minutes of this video today. But yeah, so some political gamer here. You know, world's greatest retro gamer of all time. No, I'm just playing. I know a lot of you guys come to this channel for this series. It's going to be ending soon, but I hope you guys stick around. I have a lot of cool videos planned. One of them being going over my PS1 collection. I have a huge PS1 collection. I'm a PS1 enthusiast. I want to tell you guys what my favorite games are, and some games that you might not know about and are still somewhat cheap that you could pick up. So stay around for my PS1 guides. I'm going to have some gaming memories. I actually have a really special video planned. I'm going to try to do it tomorrow. I don't edit, so I'm going to actually film it and maybe send it off to somebody so they can edit it. It's going to be pretty cool. It involves Jody Arias. I'll give you that spoiler. It's video games at Jody Arias, and I will be on site of a very, let's say, infamous murder scene. So stay tuned for that. It's not going to be a groundbreaking video, but it'll be, I don't know, Jody Arias and Balan Wonderland. That's all I can tell you. But anyways, so we'll get started. Again, I'll remind you, I haven't watched anything past this point. Right when I pause it when I stop my videos, I don't watch anymore. So I'm going into all of this blind, okay? So let's start it. I tried to put it right where I had it when I ended it last time. So here we go.
And that they're not just a backdrop for you to ooh and ah over, that his collection is just eye candy or an eyepiece for viewers, you know, to gawk at, okay, when they don't want to listen to this guy, or when they're, you know, daydreaming beyond what this guy is saying. Because you get tons of clicks from having a game collection in the background of a video, trust me, you do. But yeah, so yeah, like literally, this is his game collection. Like, this is how incompetent this guy is, and this is how little of a fuck he gives about his game collection. That for like 5, 8, 10 years on end. Okay, no, more like 20 or 30, because his game collection looks identical to like when he was 16 years old. He just stacks the games horizontally, no box protectors, okay? Cardboard boxes, under plastic cases, under cardboard boxes. If these cardboard boxes are not in a protector, you should not even be stacking them once. With a protector, you can stack them about once or twice, but definitely not any more than that.
I've hit this point before.
Okay.
It's just,
no, but this,
he's recycled this point like 30 times.
Studio tour, like I showed on my channel. Yeah, my previous video. This guy gives zero shits about his game collection. He does not love these games. And if he does love these games and loves them as much as he says he does, then he's literally the clinical definition of a hoarder. Okay, watch any episode of Hoarders where you see somebody living in a filthy, disgusting home hoarding up these just random objects, and then...
Let's look up the definition of hoarder. I'd like to know the actual legit definition. Hoarder definition: a person who hoards things. Let's wow, that's kind of a garbage. Okay, let's look up hoard definition. A stock or store of money or valued objects, typically one that is secretly or carefully guarded. Okay, so with that being said, I just looked it up. I didn't know that the legit definition. With that being said, you're more of a hoarder than he is. Dude, the way you protect your games and you have everything in Tupperware boxes. Like you're storing like Christmas decorations. You have everything. You have, I mean, it's not like I don't want to hate on him for putting his N64 games in like these carriers and stuff, but that's what the definition of hoarding is right here. A stock or store of money or valuable objects, typically one that is secret or carefully guarded. This guy carefully guards everything he buys. This guy literally, I haven't even held any of my newborn children as gentle as this guy held a copy of Yoshi's Story that he got. Like, seriously. So, I don't know, whatever. That's just kind of stupid, but anyways.
Like kissing them, like kissing these objects like they're their family. Like, look at the guy who had like 20 or 30 disgusting bicycles in his garage, and he's like talking to them and kissing them goodbye before he goes to work when he's like literally living in a disgusting mess. No. He's either a hoarder or he's a liar. You have one of two options there. There's no other option. Also, oh my god. How can anybody sit on the floor like this as a 50-year-old man? Like, fuck, my legs.
I don't know. Ask the Japanese who've been doing it for thousands of years. How about you could ask them? I think you'd be able to get a better sample size if you petition them for an answer.
Losing blood flow in my legs here. Jesus. Keep on having to move around.
Are you really that big of a baby you can't sit on the floor? Like, seriously. You can't sit on the floor? How long has this video been going? His video's been going on for 47 minutes and he can't sit that long. Like, you're losing blood flow to your legs, dude? My goodness.
And yeah, I'm wearing shorts with a leather jacket too because I thought it would be funny.
Oh, it's hilarious.
Sure, yeah, Johnny fucking does that shit too. Yeah, I think he's always wearing shorts.
Oh, dude, you're so funny.
That would be kind of funny. You're a badass, right? You know, the leather jacket and the shorts. I'm such a badass, you guys. Yeah, so number 25. He once broke into a man's home and assaulted him in his sleep, and yeah, he fully admitted this on his YouTube channel, and he was just had so much glee in regards to exclaiming about the story.
I vaguely remember this video. I think I've watched this video once, so maybe if he tells the truth and kind of reminds me, I'll be refreshed and be able to comment on it. If not, I don't think I'll have much to say.
So he was proud of this story, you guys. Get a load of this. So he sneaks, some guy, I guess, who's giving him shit, I think went over a game of Star Fox. Yeah, over playing Star Fox. Some guy, like, was teasing him, I guess, because he sucked at the game, or I don't fucking remember. He got butthurt over Star Fox. Oh, old badass Johnny here. And he was crying over it, and he had to defend his honor. And so what he decided to do was he broke into this guy's house when he was sleeping. He walked into his bedroom. He starts wailing on the guy, apparently, which, I don't know how Johnny can even throw a punch. Like, it's probably like a slap, because he's always waving his wrists around.
I would bet a full month's salary of my money if Johnny and Afrodude were to fight each other. I'm not kidding. I would bet that on Johnny winning. I'm just serious. You could just tell who's a man and who's a childish little boy, and Johnny has that dad strength going on. If I had a wish, I would set up that boxing match. I would show you. I would put a whole month's pay to bet on Johnny winning that fight. I mean, what do you guys think? Honestly, tell me the truth. If you think BALDSPOT here could beat Johnny in a boxing match, let me know. Tell me what you think. Tell me why you think he would win. But I honestly think Johnny, even at his ripe age of 50, would obliterate this guy. And I'm serious. Maybe I'm wrong, but I truly feel that way.
Slapping him. Okay. So he starts slapping this guy, or punching him, I guess. Punches him awake. And then this guy obviously freaks out, because, you'd freak out if, like, you freaking woke up to somebody punching you, like, broke into your fucking room. Yeah, you'd be terrified. You'd be like, what the hell is going on? So you got to jump on this guy, and then he, like, scurries out of the house as soon as he's done slapping him. And, obviously this guy's defenseless. He's laying in bed, tucked in bed. Okay, he's, like, confused. He's surprised. It's like beating up on a drunk person, but worse, basically, yeah. If you're, like, beating up on someone who's, like, too drunk to move.
And, I'll say, if this story's even true, maybe Johnny was just having a giggle. If the story's even true, if it's word for word just like that, Johnny lost in a video game, he was pissed off, okay, and he broke into somebody's house and started wailing on him when he was sleeping, that's wrong. Obviously, I'm not defending that. That's pathetic, dude. And BALDSPOT here makes a good point. Just kind of like how I'm pointing over right here where most of the hair is starting to run away from his forehead. He's got a point. Like beating up a drunk person, dude, there's no honor in beating up someone who's drunk. And obviously, same thing would be with fighting someone who was tucked in bed sleeping. That's cowardice. I'm sure Johnny was really young back then, and you know, when we're young, we do stupid things. I'm sure Johnny regrets it, and if he could do it over again, he'd probably never do that. If it's even a true story, and if this is exactly how it's explained, like our buddy BALDSPOT's trying to explain to us. Okay, so obviously there's no defending that. I'm not going to sit here and just, you know, say Johnny's like some kind of hero for doing something like that. But I know in my age, especially when I was in the Marine Corps, I did a lot of things that I regret, and I look back on them and like, man, why did I do that? You know what I mean? So I mean, I'm sure we all have those thoughts. I'm sure Johnny's remorseful. At least I hope he is. Yeah, pretty silly.
No, I kicked their ass. I kicked their ass so hard. Like, no, you just assaulted somebody who couldn't defend themselves. It's like taking advantage of a girl when they're drunk, you know? Like, yeah, you're a piece of shit for that. But, yeah, so he thought he was such a tough guy. He's, like, parading around. And supposedly this guy is, like, twice Happy Console Gamer's size, too. He makes a point to mention this multiple times. So he's like, I beat the shit out of this guy. He's, like, twice my size. And he's like, that's what you get, motherfucker. That's what you get. And then he scurries out of the house. And then supposedly he sees this guy out in public a couple months later at a bar. He's like with some people, and so this guy recognizes him, and he says, "Oh, you're that fucking guy." And then Happy Console Gamer like claims like, "Oh, well, I was scared, but I stood my ground. I looked him in the eye, and then this guy thought I was fucking crazy. I had the crazy eyes, and then he like backed down, and he never fucked with me after that. So I got the edge on him. I fucking beat his ass."
This brings up a story. Me and my younger brother, we were playing Madden 2002. We just got our Xbox for Christmas. We had Halo, Madden 2002, I believe it was. It was the one with the Vikings quarterback, I think Culpepper on the front. And we had Munch's Odyssey, and I think another game. First thing we put in was Madden 2002. My brother, I was whooping his ass, and then he made a comeback. And then I had the chance to take the lead at the very end of the game, but he intercepted the ball. Dude, me and him started trading blows, dude, over a video game. You know, so when you're young, you know, you get gamer rage. I mean, I still get gamer rage every now and then, but yeah, me and my brother literally fought over Madden 2002.
I'm the top guy, or I'm the alpha.
It's actually how I got this scar right here. I don't know if you can see it. Maybe I'll get more into depth about this story. But basically, my brother started defending himself with a metal broom that was cut in half, so it was all jagged and rigid, and he was holding it, and yeah. So, anyways, I digress.
Mail of the situation. Like, first off, if this guy thought you had the crazy eyes, he was afraid to fight you for any reason, it's probably because he thought you actually were clinically insane, Happy Console Gamer. But also maybe I don't know, honestly, he probably thought it was a hate crime because he probably knows you and how you act. He probably doesn't want to get charged with a fucking hate crime for kicking your ass or you know, getting an illegal dispute in general for assaulting someone, which...
All right, come on, next point, bro.
That's what happens if you beat people up as an adult, and especially in a public place in front of witnesses, you know, if you throw a punch at somebody and beat them up, yeah, guess what? They get to sue you now, and you go to jail, or you lose money, okay? Grown adults don't fight people. Okay, it's shameful behavior getting into fistfights with people, especially in public, man. You're ruining everybody's good time, so you can make this...
Yes, what he did was wrong.
Oh, you did
Can we move on?
Okay, we're gonna fight. We're gonna ruin the night for everybody. Okay, this shit happens at house parties. That happens at bars. Okay, everybody get out. Party's over. Fun's over. Yeah, no, maybe this guy's just not an asshole. He could definitely kick your ass. I don't think he was scared of you, Johnny. Okay, I don't think anyone's scared of you, Johnny. Okay, yeah, the friggin' blonde gamer nerd who dresses like a friggin' biker.
Blonde gamer, bro. Did you just make a comment on somebody's hair as a derogatory, you know, trying to put them down? Is that what just happened? This guy right here used hair as an insult towards somebody. You guys following me, okay? Pot, meat kettle, okay? Your name is Afrogamerdude, and you're going. It's clearly you can't even hide it. You're going bald, my friend. You're not. I don't even think you're 30 yet. What are you gonna do within 2 years, guaranteed? What are you gonna do in 2 years when this all starts to go away? Are you? What are you gonna do? Are you gonna? Are you gonna change your YouTube name? I don't know. It's gonna be kind of funny. But just this fact that this guy used insult about someone's hair to put them down when this guy's like has a much worse situation.
High school, like he would have been a total outcast in high school. Like, okay, the guy who dresses up pretends like he's tough or he's punk, okay, when he's just a skinny blonde nerd with glasses, like who like freaking plays every video game in the world and thinks he's a child. He definitely thought he was a child at age 16. He probably thought he was an infant, okay, if he thinks he's a child at the age of 50, okay, no. Yeah, you're not a badass, Johnny, I'm sorry. Yeah, what number are we on? Oh yeah, number 26. He deeply, oh yeah, in the same video that he monetized the freaking dead, deceased girl for views. He deeply laments, oh yeah, after the same breath, like basically the same breath as him, like talking about how it's so important to record things, or it's so important to record things, like right after he finishes showing the footage. It's so nice to have this footage to record. I'm so glad to have this footage. I'm so thankful for this footage, as you're like fucking making money off it, the dollar signs in your eyes. He goes on and like the same sentence to lament. This is when he takes the time to lament not having footage of his dead father, presumably the blast on the internet, for even more money and more sympathy. Yeah, he laments deeply that he doesn't have footage of his father, which, yeah, it's sad that your father died, but this is the time that you freaking lament your father being gone. Is the same video where, yeah, you're like monetizing fucking footage of death.
I just watched. This is so ironic. Last night, I just watched this video of this guy who was like, I'm thinking in his 50s, who had this younger son, and this younger son, as a Father's Day gift, did this for his dad, okay? So the guy that's in his 50s, his dad, which is his son's grandpa, obviously, I'm just trying to make sure you understand what I'm saying. Maybe I'll post the link. You know what? I'll post the link in the description. So this guy in his 50s, his dad died when he was like 3 years old or something. And he just had just glimpses of like, in very vague memories of his dad. And this was way back when, filming everything wasn't so easy. So he's never seen his dad making movements. He's only ever seen a few pictures of him. And so this guy's son, the 50-year-old dude's son, did some crazy research and found like some old footage of his grandpa and like restored it and put it on a DVD or something and showed it to this guy, who, his dad, showing the footage of his grandpa. You guys get what I'm saying? It's like, and the dad, who's never seen his dad ever move, only just a couple pictures, saw this footage and was just beside himself and was so happy that there was footage out there of his dead dad who's been long gone. So I don't know why this guy right here would get so angry about someone wishing that he had more footage of his dad. And I've already destroyed his point about Johnny profiting off of a video, dude, that he probably made like $100 tops on. Didn't even advertise it in the thumbnail. Didn't even put it in the keywords so when you search things. Didn't advertise it in the title. See my other videos if you want to see me just destroy this point that he makes. Like, you're a literal psycho if you still believe any of that. So, but anyways, what's wrong with lamenting wishing you had more footage of your dad? I mean, is that what I'm getting? Is he really like upset about that? Or am I missing his point? Let me know if I'm missing his point. Or is he actually talking shit about Johnny because Johnny wishes he had more footage of his dad? Am I getting that clearly? Maybe I'm not, because that sounds kind of asinine. So help me out in the comments down below. Let me know if that's actually why he's getting so upset right now.
People, Oh my god, I'm sorry. That's just fucking scummy. He should, yeah, no, he makes himself look like an asshole. I don't know if that, maybe that's not exactly what he meant in regards to his father, but he looks like an asshole for saying it then and there. That's for sure. Number 27, he makes fake game reviews. Yeah, okay, we already went over that. Like, every opinion that he spouts is bought and paid for. It's just faux fervor. Number 28.
I would say Johnny possibly has a few fake game reviews. I think sometimes Johnny will review a game when he's like in the moment and super hyped, like as evidence of his Last of Us 2 video. I've yet to see Johnny talk about that game since, but when he reviewed it, Johnny made it seem like it was the greatest thing since sliced bread. And I never saw Johnny ever talk about a game like that. So I could see why people would think maybe Johnny has some fake reviews. Because I think sometimes he just gets too hyped. He gets in the moment and he'll like be really emotional in the middle of like this awesome part in the game, and he'll stop what he's doing and just start recording. But obviously, maybe sometimes money does play a part in some of the newer games he reviews. But I don't think anything bad. I honestly think Johnny's been pretty well-rounded in the way he reviews things. I mean, can anybody here? I challenge BALDSPOT Gamer or any of his minions that come to my channel watching this. I have an open challenge for you. Come to me, leave a comment down below, okay, on this video, and post links of Johnny making some crazy, outlandish, like fake reviews that's obviously driven by money. That is my challenge. Because I know BALDSPOT watches this. I know some of his little minions watch it. I know his Rent-A-Girl watches me. So I challenge any of you, go on Happy Console Gamers channel right now. Go find something that's so obviously fake and money motivated from his reviews, where he's just praising a garbage game. The ball's in your court. I will happily change my mind if you guys show me evidence of him being just making these crazy reviews and hyping up these games that are garbage. So I promise you, I will change my mind. So, but I need to be presented with evidence, you know, and I don't think there is any. The only thing I could think of, like I said, is his Last of Us 2 review, where he was like freaking almost shaking with how much he loved that game.
He loves Alpha Omega Sin, who, yeah, is just another one of these, you know, tough guy YouTubers. This guy is like 5'4", pretending he's a tough guy or that he's punk, and all these fake gamer outrage videos on YouTube. I mean, at least I buy that guy actually does play some games, but no,
I don't think any of Alpha Omega Sin's rants were ingenuous. I think Alpha Omega Sin, not like I agree with everything this guy says, but I think Alpha has an incredible, an impeccable gift of gab. This guy can rant like nobody's business. I think he could have made a really good career. Well, as evidence from his subscriber count, hasn't even made a video in what, 2 years or something like that. If he really was a money grubbing psychopath, I think Alpha Omega Sin would have caught on to that and really monetized his channel a lot better and would have built a bigger brand. But what did Alpha do instead? He just walked away from it without a word. So yeah, maybe he does have, Alpha will, he has some weird points on a couple things. I can't really remember many right now because it's been so long since I've watched his channel. But I don't think there's really anything that wrong with Alpha, like personally. I mean, I might not agree. Like, he's like a 5'1", like 8 God-hating freaking little guy who likes weird screaming like death metal music, but like I'm not gonna judge him purely based off that. As far as I'm concerned, Alpha has a child and he loves that little boy and he shares his joy of gaming with his son, and you could tell like how much he loves this little boy and how much he enjoys being around him. So I think he's a pretty genuine dude. So yeah, maybe he's short, but so what? So I don't see how correlating Johnny's relationship with Alpha Omega Sin makes Johnny a bad guy. Say Alpha Omega Sin was like the worst person on earth. Like he was just the biggest scumbag ever. Yeah, maybe you could call Johnny's character into question a little bit, but I wouldn't see why that would make. This is 50 reasons why Happy Console Gamer is a phony. Okay, that's what the video says right up there. Just because I know in the past I've had friends that, looking back now on it, I'm like, dude, I can't believe I was actually hanging out with that person. We all have regrettable friends, but I don't think Johnny regrets being off of Megason's friend. But I'm saying, worst case scenario. You know what I mean?
Megason, yeah, the guy who freaking the beggar who scurried from YouTube, the badass who scurried from YouTube the second YouTube started demonetizing people for using his precious F word, and now he can't be the bad guy, pretend to be a badass in front of little kids anymore on the internet, and so he scurried off. But his Patreon is still up. You can still donate him money when he literally hasn't made a video in fucking years, and he's still active on the internet. He's on Twitter. He just doesn't make YouTube videos anymore. Number 29, he flaps his wrist like a woman. Yeah, what is this? Who talks like this? I don't get it. And you're like a grown man. I mean,
another challenge for BALDSPOT and his minions. I want video of Johnny literally doing this unironically. I want one video. I don't need multiple. Just show me one where he does that unironically and he's not having a laugh. You know what I mean? Just one. All right? That's it.
I don't get it. Number 30. I mean, at least if you're a straight man, I guess if you swing the other way, I guess sometimes, yeah, people who aren't straight, talk that way. Which for them it's fine.
Wow, how politically correct of you, dude.
If you're a straight man, though, I'd say it's a little weird. Hold on, I gotta check the time. Okay, we're good. I just want to make sure I had enough time here. I think I can wrap this up in time. Okay. Number 30. He's unemployed. Yeah, this guy literally all he does is make these videos, and he thinks he's a working man, or he does that for a living. Okay, and then he's gonna pretend that he doesn't. Yeah, people are gonna pretend in himself that he doesn't make any money off of YouTube. Yeah, I'm pretty sure if you can pay for.
He's enjoying his success. He's basically retired early, but he still has to do a lot of things like edit videos and stuff like that. Maybe he doesn't work a 40-hour week, 9 to 5, but he still does things. He has to come up with ideas and make these videos and edit them. Even if he only works 10 hours a week, so what? He's living off of his success. He's living off of this brand that he established over the last 10, 11 years. This is 10 and 11 years, well, even before that, all the video games he's played before YouTube and all these memories that he created. It's just a cumulative, why can't I say that word? Cumulative effort over decades of him gaming. And now he's enjoying the rewards. He's reaping the rewards. So what? I'm sure if this guy right here was to get, if his videos started taking off and he could live comfortably without having to go back to work, he would do it. Promise you. I don't care what he says. If this guy was making thousands and thousands of dollars a month off of videos and Patreon or whatever, I promise you, I don't care what he says. He's a liar if he says he wouldn't. He would quit his job and just make videos. I promise you.
A baby, okay, pay for living expenses, pay for thousands and hundreds of games and all these game pickups. You're doing game pickup videos all the time. Okay, you can afford all this shit. I'm sure he's got to have a car if he's going game hunting. Unless his wife is just driving him everywhere. Who knows? Maybe. Maybe this guy doesn't drive. But, yeah, if he's paying for all this shit in life and making his way in life, I'm pretty sure he doesn't need your money that bad. And that he just wants it. And even if he does need it, yeah, time to get a job there, Johnny. If you're not making enough money on YouTube, okay, to float your lifestyle, then yeah, you should probably get a real job instead of just begging from people.
I think Johnny has been in the workforce longer than this guy's probably been alive, dude. That was a nice little freeze frame right there. But I think Johnny has been in the workforce probably longer than this guy's been alive, honestly. Johnny had a real job that caused him to wake up and clock in and go to this job for decades. And now all of a sudden that it's a little bit different. It's a different environment and he can make money off of YouTube. So now that Johnny doesn't have to wake up at 8 o'clock, go clock in, work till 5 o'clock, and now suddenly it's not the same. It's not the same to him. It's just weird.
Hands out like this on YouTube. Number 31, his audience worships him for absolutely no reason. Yeah, everything I've stated about this guy so far, does this sound like a man that is deserving of worship and praise and sympathy? Like, people just fucking baby this guy and sympathize with him and, oh, we know Johnny, oh, I need to baby him and pat him on the back and giving their money, and you're giving him all this emotional praise and all this fucking fervor and worship for what? What about this guy that I've talked about so far is worthy of praise or worship of any...
Dude, you haven't brought up any, I think you might have brought up one, maybe two, if I'm being absolutely generous. Maybe two decent points out of, what are we on, number 30? So you're not proving yourself to anybody. You haven't described... The stuff you've been talking about is literally all in your little psychopathic head, dude. That's all it is. You do not make convincing arguments.
Kind. He's a deadbeat. He's a bum. He's a con artist. He's a thief. He's a liar. He's a joke. He's a simp. He's a shill. Oh my god, YouTube culture is just toxic. Oh my god, just people praising people just because they...
I mean, I don't know what's wrong with having a fan base around a guy who puts it all out there, right? He hold on, I'm getting let's see. The guy who's dedicated his life to video game preservation, basically, right? Bringing fans, new fans, to, and familiarizing them with older titles, you know, just preserving these games. Like, I would probably have never known or would have cared to even ever look into Ease or Fantasy Star and stuff like that if Johnny just didn't ever talk to him or talked about him. What's wrong with being a fan of a guy who just is super passionate about video games and makes great videos, who has awesome memories, and he helps you get into the nostalgic mood and just brings new things to people's attention, and who's just a good avid gamer who's obviously all about video games? I don't get what's wrong with being a fan of that. Just like BALDSPOT here. BALDSPOT has people defending him. What makes him think he's worthy of being defended by anybody? This guy's a psychopath. So people that defend this guy, if he wants to say being a fan of someone and defending them makes you a psychopath, what does that make to the people that are under your trance, that will go and troll other people's videos and defend you to the edges of earth?
In front of their face.
All right, one more point. Guys, my elbows are starting to feel funny. You know what that means? It means he's going to make a good point. It's going to change my view on Johnny forever. I will never look at him the same. I'm ready.
He's a deadbeat. Yeah, again, like in the past, he always admitted, I used to smoke cigarettes when I was a kid. I skipped school to play video games when I was a kid. Okay, if you knew this guy in real life, you'd think they were a piece of shit. You'd think, oh, that's a deadbeat who's going nowhere in life. I don't want to be associated with that guy. At least not as an adult. You know, maybe as a teenager, you'd think.
If he's a deadbeat, what does that make you? This guy is 100 times more successful than him. He's married. You know, he's not just renting some girl, just giving her a try. I'm just going to try this girl out, and, you know, if it works, then, you know, well, it's good. But, you know, I'm just going to rent. I'm going to try before I buy. This guy, Johnny's married. He has a child. He's a grown man. He has his own place. And he's created a brand and has hundreds of thousands of followers. So if that's his definition of deadbeat, I wonder what that makes him. Think about it. Come on, let's get this good point.
Grow up and look back and realize, wow, that guy was a loser. You did not prepare for your future at all. Yeah, freaking skipping school, smoking cigarettes.
Oh my gosh, because you've never skipped school.
With glee. And he also even admits that he was a terrible, like he literally says that he was a terrible kid. He was a monster, and he had shitty nicknames for everyone. And He even had this guy show up on his channel that he like regularly cries about on his channel, like this guy who got all the nice toys.
Is he really talking about Andrew? Dude, it's all playful when he was talking about Andrew. What is he gonna say, dude? Oh my, let's listen to this.
I didn't get the nice toys growing up, and he like cries about this fucking guy. I might have that on the list later. I'm getting ahead of myself. He even had
he never cried or legitimately ever complained. We all knew that boy growing up that had everything, and you were jealous of him because he had all the new games, all the new consoles, he had all the fun things. We all could think of that boy we knew. Johnny was never authentically upset and enraged whenever talking about Andrew. Andrew's one of his best friends. This guy he's talking about, Andrew, will fly to Canada just to visit Johnny. They're great friends, and have been friends with each other for decades. I just want him to make this next point. I gotta cut this video soon. It's getting too long.
Come on his show because he's mentioned him so many times.
It's one of his best friends.
About shit that happens when he was a little kid, when he was an adolescent kid. He still thinks he's an adolescent kid. He's stuck in time.
Says the little boy who still buys Rugrats DVDs. You should see the movies this guy buys. He's like obsessed with children's movies, dude. Obsessed with them. He goes out of his way and seeks out children's movies.
He's in a prolonged state of adolescence.
All right, next point.
Number 33.
Here it is.
Make-believe friendship on the internet for money. Like I said, just fake positivity, fake praise, just fake everything. Oh, please give me the money, though. Please give me the money and I'll be your friend. Okay, selling you Skype calls.
That is literally the same argument he's used for like 18 different points, and he just repackaged the wording just a little bit differently.
No.
All right, next point.
Number 34. He sits on the floor behind a coffee table like a child for every video. Yeah.
Hasn't he already said this like 50 times? Guys, am I going crazy? Am I having deja vu? Seriously, has he not brought up Johnny sitting at a coffee table literally 50 times? Is he really bringing that up again? I'm cutting this off before it hits 40 minutes.
I feel like a fucking idiot. Okay, here's Happy Console Gamer. Oh, sitting behind the table. Welcome back to another video.
Look at this guy. Everybody just stand back in awe of this image I am showing you right now. This is the guy who makes these 50 reasons why so-and-so is this. This guy right here. Look at him. Just everybody bask in the glory of this freeze frame. You got that? Look at this fool. Embarrassing. For the first time, I'm actually embarrassed for this guy.
You guys, welcome back to another episode. Okay.
Look at him. Oh, he's ridiculous.
Oh my god. Just imagine if he tries applying for a real job and they see these videos. Oh my god. Yeah, so, oh yeah, so it took him over, number 35. It took him over 12 years to categorize his games that he pretends to play. Yeah, these games that he pretends to love and play so much. I play every single one of these games. I love each and every one of these games so much. None of these games are just here for the fuck of it. Yeah, he pretends he plays all these games, and they're not in any order that you can find them or distinguish them from each other. Okay, if you had to
not in any order that you could find them. Just because they haven't been sanitized by isopropyl alcohol and handled with white gloves and just alphabetized and color coordinated and put in a hypoallergenic case in a surgical setting. Just because he doesn't do that like BALDSPOT. That means, oh, everything's just unorganized and he can't find anything. Blah, blah, blah. By the way, it's going to be another video. I'm not going to spoil the video, but I caught this guy being the biggest hypocrite ever. And it's going to display how he's just a hater on Johnny. There's a couple of people this guy has promoted lately who have literally done the same exact thing he's talked shit about Johnny doing. The same thing. I can't wait. I'm going to be making the video soon. I'll be pointing it out. And I want him to answer for the hypocrisy.
Single game, a random game off of this shelf. Okay, you probably spend upwards of an hour, okay, pulling off every shelf, looking behind the double rows of every shelf, pulling the games out in between the shelves, trying to find a way to shove it back in. No, he doesn't play these games for a fuck. If he did, he would have organized them once in the past 12 years. But no, it took him 12 years to categorize these games. Not even to clean his room, because his room is still a disgusting piece of shit. In this video, that he's bragging that
Alright, guys, I'll leave you with this, okay?
Bragging that he cleaned it, did a full clean, full organization, completely revamped. There's still double rows. Okay, here's happy console gamer. Oh, sitting behind the table. Oh.
Till next time, everybody. Part 6 coming soon.